Do you know why, guys, people focus on works and why they think that you do have to work to receive salvation? Because they don't know the Bible. Faith without works is dead. They don't know that. They think that that's talking to somebody. When they sit there and they say, women shouldn't preach in the church, they're taking it out of context. Technically, we're under God, we're all women. Because we call who? Jesus our what? Bridegroom, right? Who is the bride? The churchy. Who is the churchy? You and me. So they're taking, when he's speaking to people in the church of Corinth, they're very materialistic. These women are sleeping around with men. He is saying to those people, you guys should not teach here. You can't go out there and sleep around and then think that you could teach stuff, you crazy person. That's the context. But if you don't read the Bible and you read one verse, you're gonna be like, oh, there's deaconess, there's people who help Paul. Literally. It's not that Paul was misogynistic. He was telling them, when he told them not to braid their hair and deck it themselves out of jewelry and clothing, he was trying to realign their spiritual focus because they had started to go towards the world already. So he's saying, guys, stop valuing the materialism and the outward beauty, value the inward beauty. So people don't recognize that. It's not about if a woman can be a pastor or not. We're getting stuck on labels. There are pastors, just because they're pastors, they're out in the world doing worldly things though. So does that make them qualified because they're a man? What qualifies you? Your fruit. And who is the fruit of the Spirit? Who is the fruit of the womb? Luke chapter 1, 41 to 42. Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. So you can be a pastor and have a pulpit and a church all you want, but if you're not preaching the salvific message that grace alone saves you through faith, you can have the title of a pastor all you want. But there's also people who don't have a title of the pastor or minister or deacon or elder or bishop, but they're preaching this freeing message. People are so pastorally prideful. Think about it for a second. The Pharisees had the synagogues, the drip. They were direct descendants from the Abrahamic bloodline. They would claim to Jesus, God is the God of Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. That's my God. That's what they say. They had the labels. They had the synagogues. They had the churches. They had the crowds. They had the following. They had the scribes. They had the Sadducees. They had the Pharisees. But they killed our Messiah. Pride itself is so dangerous. Labels, dangerous. Preach the gospel, because the Bible tells us we're all in his heavenly priesthood. So just preach the gospel. We're all priests. True priests under the high priest, which is Jesus Christ.